Hey guys, welcome to the Homestead. So imagine you're a homesteader, you're living out in the middle of nowhere in rural America, and you get this letter from your insurance company that says you have to remove your wood stove. Otherwise, we're going to charge you exorbitant amounts of fees for your fire insurance. Take it out or lose the insurance or pay the piper. Well, good morning this morning. I'm enjoying my coffee, and we're talking about fire prevention and fire insurance. Now, guys, this is not the sexiest side of homesteading. People want to talk about the guns. They want to talk about the animals and butcherings and chickens. Everyone wants to talk about chickens. But it's like fire. If you're living in a rural part of America, there's not a fire engine truck down the road. And the time that he gets from there to your place, you're in big trouble. I think there's been a number of house fires in our area over the years. You hear about them in the paper. You read about them. Every single one of them burns to the ground, unless they're like really close to the town, like the main town, in our county, the county seat, but where the fire trucks are. But all the rural fire departments, the volunteer rural fire departments, if your house catches fire out here, it takes them at least 20 to 30 minutes to get to the fire station, okay, and then to get a truck, and then about another 20 to 30 minutes to get on site. Your house is gone. It's over. And so you better have a way to put, some sort of water or fire retardant on target quickly yourself. You've got to have that ability. And so we have a number of protocols here. We have a number of countermeasures in place so that if something caught fire, we could be able to act and take care of some things. Number one, we have, smoke detectors, obviously, in our house. Number two, which is everyone should have. Number two, we have fire extinguishers in our house. Do you have a fire extinguisher in your house? There's a lot of American households that don't have a fire extinguisher, and most fires could be stopped right there in their tracks if you had a fire extinguisher probably in your kitchen or, a couple of places throughout the home. Do you have a fire extinguisher? Do you have a water pump? Here we have rain catchment. We have a couple of 1,000-gallon tanks just within stone's throw of the house here. And so if I needed to hook up a water pump, in which we do, we have some water pumps, and we'll do a servicing video on those soon at some point. With a 2-inch pipe that we could put a lot of water on target really quickly. If we had to, we can do that. Also, other technologies like this one here. These fire extinguisher balls. You see these on Amazon for sale and different places. I think Walmart now sells them. Different places sell these things. Don't shop at Walmart. Find them somewhere else. But it's like you can get these things and you can put them in danger spots of your home and put these up near where an electrical box might sit, where a fire might happen at an electrical box, or put it somewhere above a counter, shelf or something above the kitchen, in a cabinet. If a fire started there, or if you had these placed throughout the attic of your home, so if your house caught fire and it was spreading, through the attic or whatever, these things, what they do is they explode and they coat the entire area with fire retardant and put the fires out. As soon as they come into contact with any sort of fire, they explode and just poof. You can find all kinds of videos on YouTube about these things, with these things working. There's lots of things today that you can do to mitigate, a fire issue in your home. And so I got this email. It's a comment. It was an email that was notified to me by YouTube of a comment left on one of our videos talking about, how their family is going to lose fire. They basically canceled their fire insurance. Got their wood stove out of their house because the fire insurance was going to cancel or raise their prices so high that it was just pointless to have the wood stove. And guys, if you're not watching everything going on in our world today, the price of fuel, the price of everything is going through the roof. And they're talking about how, the kilowatt hours for electricity is just skyrocketing, not to mention, housing the home heating oil fuels coming for this winter. Wood stoves, I mean, it cost me $300 to heat 2 homes for 2.5 years, or maybe 3 years. $300 to heat 2 homes for almost 3 years. That is nothing. I can get slab wood from the sawmills around here for $25 per ton. You will not find a cheaper heating source. And if you maintain these wood stoves, if you take care of them, if you treat them with respect and do your due diligence on keeping them operational, they will work and they will work safely. Let's read the email. Okay, this was left on our video, The Cost of Operating an Illegal Wood Stove. Very popular video, has, I think, well over 1 million views now. She says, we had to take the wood stove out of our farmhouse because we live outside of the fire district and our fire insurance is $2,800 a year and going up each year. They will charge us 35% more if we have any heat besides electric in our homestead. And we can't afford it. So we took it out. Because if our house burns, the forest fire district will come and make sure our house doesn't catch the trees of the forest surrounding our house on fire. They won't put out our house. They will just keep the trees safe. Nice, huh? So, I mean, are you even sure that the insurance company, because they're not going to come and, why does the insurance company charge so much money? I mean, they're not going to come put the fire out in your house. They just worry about the trees. So, I mean, are you sure that the insurance companies are going to actually pay you if the house burns down, regardless of how it's caused and how it started? I mean, is it worth it? I don't know. That's a toss-up. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. But that's a toss-up in my opinion. I mean, I get the idea, the peace of mind of having fire insurance, but is it worth it if you're going to be paying all the exorbitant fees, either with electric heat or whatever? That's a toss-up. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Guys, where I live, we have this fire chief and city leaders, county leaders, where they just... Their only solution to a problem is to throw more money. Throw more money at it. We need more money. We need more state money. We need more federal money. We need more tax dollars. And so they want to raise taxes and pay for all their things. We need a fully staffed, non-volunteer fire department. Guys, it doesn't matter. Unless you have a truck that can move at the speed of light, you're not going to get your truck on site to that fire in time to save the house. It doesn't matter if they're volunteers or not. It doesn't matter if they're paid or not, if they're paid professionals or not. You're not going to make it. Instead of trying to, every time I see an article in the paper about how this fire chief wants to, expand our fire department into non-volunteers and to paid, professionals, it's always about we need more money, we need more money, we need more money. We can do this, we can have better equipment, we can have professional firefighters. Instead of education about things like this, things that you can actually stop fires with, because there's no way you're ever going to get these trucks or personnel on site in time. Never going to happen in a rural setting. Not going to happen. When you live 6 minutes down the road in a city and the call goes out to 911, you can get water on target pretty quick. But you're not going to do it out here. It's not going to happen. It's a pipe dream, buddy. So you better, as the homeowner, better be prepared to deal with things yourself. You better have a pump or two on hand that you can use with a water reserve tank to be able to put water on target. Or you better have some, again, making sure you have a working smoke detector system in your home. You better make sure you have a fire extinguisher or 2 or 3 in your home. You better have things like this where you can put around and just have some, countermeasures in place that if a fire ever broke out in your home, you could slow it down, severely slow it down, or stop it. But see, we never talk about that. We're in this mindset, in the 21st century American mindset, where we solve every problem by just having more money given to us, either by the tax base or by the state politicians, which get it from the tax base, or from the federal government, which gets it from the tax base, not so much, but they just print it into existence, which is why we have the inflation we have today. Inflation is always a monetary phenomenon. Always. Which is why we have the problem. We're conditioned to always want more money. Money. Give us more money and we can solve every problem. Instead of trying to think, maybe we can do some of these things with education and by having self-reliance. Grandma always used to say, make do with what you got. We've lost that mentality in America today. We've lost that mentality, and it goes the same way with fire prevention. Make do with what you got. Do things on your own. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps and do something. Boy. There's just some people, and listen, I know there's always some people who are always going to need help. They just can't have the mindset to do things on their own. I get we can help our neighbors in that regard. But for the rest of us, instead of, people who are perfectly capable of doing things, rather than just doing things ourselves, stop asking for more money to solve your problems. Because all you're doing is making yourself weak. Weak. So weak. Anyway, that's the video today. Hey, check out our merchandise over at teespring.com. Check us out. Every time you buy a shirt from teespring.com for our account and the American Homestead merchandise, whether it's the Stupid Shit Hurt shirt, the Farm Hair Don't Care, Farm Fresh Button Nuggets, if you're a homesteader, you need one of these shirts. And you're going to help the homestead. All right? Every purchase helps the homestead. So I really appreciate you guys buying the shirts. You can find them over at teespring.com. Links in the description below. I really appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think. Fire prevention. Are you doing it yourself? What are you doing? Maybe there's a new technology out there I haven't heard of yet. I see things constantly, all the time, advertised on Amazon and other places about this stuff. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something else. I remember when I was in the military, we had that fire suppression halon system inside of our Bradleys. And I know they do some of that stuff sometimes for homes. It's not as intense as the ones that we had in the Bradleys when I was in the military, but sort of similar. Let me know what you think below. Is there something you're using that I didn't mention in the video that someone else might be able to learn about and then use and utilize themselves on their homestead? All right, talk to you later. See you next time in the homestead. Bye. Hey guys, we know that a lot of our audience are homeschoolers. Homeschooling here is very important to us. And if you're like us, maybe you've had a hard time training your youngsters to memorize their times tables. Well, I want to introduce you to a program today that I think will help with that. This is Times Tales. It's perfect for small children. At age 7, my youngest son has his multiplication tables memorized. All of them. Times Tales is a series of stories that your child learns in a video. The video presents a simple story that your child can easily recall from memory and assist them in easily remembering the multiplication facts. My late wife Jamie made a video talking about how our oldest child still was having problems with times table memorization. Until we tried Times Tales. After months of getting behind and stressful struggling, Times Tales was almost an overnight correction and allowed him to get back on track with his math courses. So I want you to give this a try. They have different packages available, and there's going to be a link in the description below. Every purchase you make from this program is going to help the homestead. Give it a try. It worked for us. I'm sure it can work for you and your child too.
I know my math facts.
Hey there, thanks for watching our channel. If you're looking for great off-grid homesteading videos, this is the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button and be sure to like the video you just watched. You can also feel free to send us your questions by going to anamericanhomestead.com on our contact page and send me your question. Your question might get made into a video. In the meantime, check out some of these other great videos. Oh wait, go ahead and click them. Go ahead.